Hey, it's me, everybody. Chris Ryniak. Welcome to Scribbles with me, Chris Ryniak. The Critter Crew is already in the stream, in the feed, in the chat. I'll get used to this one day, guys. You'd think that 26 episodes in, I'd know what I was doing, but I don't. So, there's nothing better than failing on camera to make you learn how to do something. Amanda is in the room.
Hi.
For a minute. For a minute, anyway. She'll probably leave us and go to the subterranean studio. I hope everybody's doing okay tonight. Welcome to the Thursday edition, which means it's Kaiju Thursday. Friday? Thursday. For Friday. Hello, Sally Monster. Hello to the entire Critter Crew. I'm going to be looking back and forth a lot because, once again, the eye drama still isn't gone. Hasn't gotten any better. Hasn't gotten worse, but hasn't gotten any better. So, I'm going to struggle my way through this. I was not ready. Look. Oh, there she is.
I'm going to go turn the heat down.
Okay, thank you. Before I get into it... Oh boy, it's getting crazy in here. Before I get into it, the eye's okay. It'll eventually work itself out. Sorry about the conflicting gifts there. So I just got this in the mail, and I know you guys have talked to me about this, and it's going to become very relevant. Oh, there's something on my table. Okay, so I've been talking about my fishing rod, and I got it in the mail, and here's the entire thing. It looks like a magic wand. So it extends to 6 feet long. So you can see it up here in the small camera. Look in that camera. It extends to 6 feet long, and that's it. That's the whole thing. So if you take the tip of it off like this and feed it out, it has multiple sections, and then this is the very end section. It's very thin, and then you tie your level line to that. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited. It's actually a full-size fishing rod. It's called a tenkara fishing rod, which is a Japanese style fixed line fly fishing style. So this is going to be the thing that I'm going to embarrass the crap out of myself trying to learn how to do that soon. So hello CMH. Let's see. Oh, and I want to show you one more thing. So when I talked about doing micro fishing, like catching the smallest fish I could possibly find, I decided I needed even smaller hooks than the size 20s that I had. Well, guys, I don't think I can get any smaller than these. And I don't even know if you can see how small those hooks are. I wish I could focus on it. These are the hooks right here. There's about 8 or 9 of them in there. And they're super, super tiny. So, yes, I will be effectively able to catch minnows with these. So, I'm excited about this. So, that's the fishing report for today. And, yes, it's going to be a Copic Kaiju. Somebody tell Derek that. But I do want to tell you one more thing. Okay, so since today's going to be a catfish Kaiju, and we're talking about fishing, I thought this guy's a little bit of a throwback to my very first production toy, which, if Ethan's here, he knows what it is. But this is the Big Muscamute, and Big Muscamute was my very first production toy. It was produced by Rotofuji and Scribbles Inc. I can't remember the year exactly, but he was based on a carp, and he's called Big Muscamute because there was a bay inside the island that my parents lived on. The island is a delta, so it has a middle section, and it was called Big Muscamute Bay. So that was my very first toy. It was part of the Lake Monster series, and I actually sculpted the master for that. So we've done a few other toys since then, but so this Kaiju, the one I'm doing tonight's a catfish, so it's sort of like a throwback to the older stuff. So, thanks, Steve, chiming in. So he's going to be sort of similar in stature to that guy. Okay, so today, I'm going to do pencil first. Then I'm going to do the Copic, and then I'm going to do the inking over top of it. So it's going to be kind of, and I might do some back and forth. So, like I said, failing on camera, I'm not awesome at some of these things. So we will see how it goes. But welcome to everybody. I didn't say welcome to yet already. And I'm just going to jump into it. And I hope everybody is having a good week this week. It's been a pretty, I don't know, work-filled week. Steve got the apparel up on the web store, bindlewood.com, and just today he updated it with kids sizes. So all the designs that were in there now have been updated to have kids sizes. They might not all be the same color because the shirts don't all have the same. All the shirts don't have all the same styles. Don't have the same colors. Whatever. Hello, little paint creative. So let's see. So yeah, if you go to the website now, you can see all the kid sizes. But they've been going pretty well so far. No real hiccups. Steve's been on it, and he's been babysitting that thing and making sure everything's running smoothly, and so far so good. But I have to thank the entire Critter Crew for helping me test out that whole process. So without you guys, it wouldn't have gone as smoothly as it did. So I appreciate all of your feedback on the Critter Crew shirts. Yeah, it helped tremendously in getting the whole thing off the ground. So thank you. And like I said, I'm having a bit of a brain fog because I can't see great, and you guys probably can barely see what I'm drawing here, but we'll get it right. You do make lovely guinea pigs. It took me a second to figure that out. I'm like, you make guinea pigs? What are you trying to say? You make guinea pigs? You are guinea pigs. So Amanda and I went to the movies for the first time in I don't know how long. 4 months? 5 months? I don't know. We like movies. We've been so busy. We haven't been able to go. So we went to see It the other day, and it was great. It was fantastic. Oh no, I'm sorry you had a tear-filled moment. I hope it was okay. Let's see. Steve. Uh-oh. So sound is working fine on my end. Let me know if anybody else is having problems with the sound. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was very, very pleasantly surprised at how good it was. A lot of time I'm often disappointed in horror movies, especially mainstream horror movies, but they did an awesome job on that one.
You talking about It?
Talking about It.
It was good.
Got her that time. Yeah, Amanda really liked the costuming, and you didn't like well, you know, I'm not going to talk about it because some of you probably haven't seen it yet. So no spoilers, spoilers. It's not fair of me to say anything about it. So
if you like horror movies, and you haven't seen it yet, it's pretty good. And yes, the Pennywise costume is beautiful.
And if you were a fan of the original one, which definitely has its shortcomings, but if you were a fan of the original one, you'll be fine with this one. It was great. It was, I mean, Tim Curry and, what's his name, Bill Skarsgård, totally different people, totally different Pennywise the Clown. But, yeah, but it was great. It really did it justice, so. Okay, Hannah says she had good tears because the quote for car repairs was way under what you thought it would be. That's always good news, so we're going to give you one of these. Always happy to not spend more money. What is Steve saying? Who's Finn Wolfhard? Is he going deep in like do I have to know the deep cuts of the exact names of what's in the movie?
I don't even know.
Steve, what are you talking about?
We're not smart, Steve.
Steve,
you gotta keep it simple.
We don't read as many books as you.
The actor that played Richie. Which one was Richie?
Oh, Richie was the stutterer.
Okay.
He was great.
Good.
He was great. Stranger Things kid. No, that wasn't Richie. No, that was Bill. Sorry. Yes. Richie was the one with the glasses. Bill was the main stuttering kid. He was fine. He was funny. He did a good job.
His character was really obnoxious.
Yeah, he did a really good job. Actually, I think all the kids in that movie did an awesome job. A lot of times, kid actors can be irritating, and I think they did a pretty spectacular job. So, yeah. No, we walked out feeling very happy that we spent no money because we used gift certificates.
I would have spent money.
I would have spent money too. I think some more beer fell into Steve's mouth. Okay, no spoilers, D'Artagnan. No spoilers.
Steve, he was good.
He was great.
He was an awesomely obnoxious character.
Yeah, you should have said Stranger Things kid. You know we're bad with names. Other than that, what did we do this week? We've been working on a lot. We went on a wild goose chase to try to find vintage looking Halloween decorations.
It's really hard.
It's really hard to find things that aren't made of plastic. We're just looking for paper. We found a place online, don't worry. We found it, but
they're expensive shipping.
Yeah, shipping is expensive.
Like,
Boo hoo.
Paper. But I understand it if it's for objects because packages are expensive to ship, but paper,
right.
Just put that stuff in a flat rate envelope. Send it over.
Yeah. Maybe we gotta get Steve to work for them so they can get us stuff cheaper. Oh yeah, that's right. Stranger Things 2. Also, what else is coming out? Oh, Blade Runner is coming out next week. Awesome. I couldn't be more excited about that.
Are you cautiously excited?
I'm cautiously excited. But I guess the early reviews are in and it's good. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, they could screw it up for sure. But I'm excited.
It'll be good.
Steve can't have any more jobs. No, you can't.
Please, no.
Please, no. We need you, Steve. What else? Oh, I have some good news. So this is in the boring adult world. I was approved for the refinance of my home. And that makes me very happy. So it's actually kind of big. It's kind of big news because it's the first big thing I was approved for at being self-employed. So actually being able to get that just on my own income was pretty awesome. Yay. So it's going to save us a lot of money over the course of 15 years, but it was a good thing. So Kesha says, Adam Savage loved the new Blade Runner, if that helps. Yes, that is good news, because Adam is a very, very big fan of Blade Runner. And Adam and I own the same Blade Runner blaster.
Which, yet again, we need to show.
One day. How about next week, to celebrate the opening of it, I'll bring out the blaster. Steve, what are you talking about? My bunions hurt, man. They're no fun. I have one. I don't have several. I only have one.
I never knew what bunions were until I met Chris.
They suck.
I always thought they were like things that old people
got. No, they're not.
They're like bone spurs.
Yeah, they suck.
I always thought they were like corns.
No.
Like blisters or something.
No, so basically it's like a pearl. You know how a pearl forms. It forms with a pebble and inside of an oyster, and then it's just an irritation that just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
But instead of a pearl,
it's a bone, and it hurts. So there you go. Spring Gar just started following. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, Steve, you're gonna get booted for all your caps. Man, being an adult, I'll tell you what. You know, though, I talked about self-employment pensions for at least 2 hours today. I'm telling you guys. And then these are the things you get to look forward to. And then what else did I do?
You're really selling everyone on growing up.
Guys, growing up, it's awesome. But when I decide to retire, which will probably be never, I'll have money to spend and travel and never come back to Bay Village. Never. Oh, man. That sounds awful, Steve.
Seed corn.
Gross. Steve had corned beef on his heel.
I'm not going to Google image search that for my own health.
Yeah, that's right, Derek. Let's not get into gross stuff, Steve. Yeah, Derek, I noticed that too. I'm not the only one. I've watched a few other live streams, and I'm not the only one who just butchers everybody's usernames because they pop up for like 1 second, and then it's like, a bunch of consonants and then a name somewhere hidden in the middle, but you can't tell because it's smashed in between all the other consonants.
Oh, good, it's
Herbenschnurger. But it's really like, it's Jim Smith. You just couldn't see it because all the letters are smashed together. So, is it Jaden Merrill? Is that the one that Jade Emerald? Is that what see? Jaden Merrill. Yeah, okay, we're going to change the subject, guys. No gross foot. I'm sorry. Steve brought up bunions. This is Steve's fault.
No, corn.
Steve, but he brought up bunions first, so.
Bunions just look like a bump. They're not that bad.
Oh, yeah, Hannah has to ask her standardized question. I'm just waiting for it. I'm not going to answer it until I see it. Jaden Merrill. Jaden Merrill. What did you have for dinner, Chris Ryniak? So we had a very, very good a gift given to us the other day. Somebody sent us a thing I didn't know I ever wanted, and it's a pressure cooker, an automatic electric pressure cooker. Electronic pressure cooker. And I got it, and I was overwhelmed with it. And I said, what do we do with it? I had no idea. I never even thought I needed one. So I'm like, well, let's go get a pork butt and a pork shoulder and stick it in there and see what we can make out of it. So we slow roasted, actually quickly. It took about 90 minutes.
Yeah.
A pork shoulder, and it was awesome. It was like the most tender pork ever. And then that was yesterday, and then today we made pulled pork out of the pork that we made because there's like 4 pounds of it.
And 2 of us.
But it was amazing. So that's what we had. We had pulled pork sandwiches. So
yeah, pressure cooking.
So pressure cooking for the win. I had no idea. So now I'm going to be pressure cooking everything. We found out you can make creme brulee in it, and cheesecake, and yogurt, and all kinds of stews, and yeah. So thank you, Spencer. Thank you so much.
It was awesome.
It was really awesome, and now we're gonna use it.
I'm actually super excited to make yogurt because I used to make yogurt all the time, but I don't have my yogurt maker anymore. So now I can just use that to make yogurt, and that's super awesome. So
Hannah, the great thing about this particular pressure cooker is you can get a different lid for it, and it's also a crock pot. So there you go. Yes, it's a smart pot, right?
No,
Instant pot. That's what it is.
But yeah, we need to get
Instant pot. Man.
We need to get the glass lid so it can also be a crock pot.
Right. And then we need to get the wheels so it can also be a dune buggy.
I wanted to pressurize my taxes.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Get the the accountant attachment. We're just gonna keep bringing this back to like boring finance stuff. Instant Pot. Yeah. It's funny because when I was on the phone with my mom the other day, and I said, "Oh, I got a pressure cooker," and I had told Amanda, I said the only story I ever heard about pressure cookers was my mom always told me about how my grandma blew one up and like shot the lid of it into the ceiling of the kitchen, and but that was like a regular old school pressure cooker, and I don't doubt that my grandma could ruin anything. Like she could ruin anything. So yeah, but so my mom was always afraid of pressure cookers, and then like I was afraid of pressure cookers, but I use a pressure pot in the basement for casting all the time, so I'm not afraid of it anymore. Overcome my fear. Terrified of catfish due to his uncle's a story about the catfish man who eats bad children and then drags them in the murky river. Oh, that's a great story to tell the kids. I'm catching up on the chat. My eye is wonky. No, I think I'm good. Just if there's anything I miss, yell it at me. So my daughter is afraid of catfish because my dad, we went, he took us tubing behind his boat. So you take an inflatable tube and you drag it on a ski rope behind a boat. And my daughter was young. I think she was like 5, and she was in the tube, and he was going really slow. And there was a big bullhead, which is like a giant black catfish. It was dead, and it was just floating on the top of the water. And he drove by it real slow with her in it, and
this is such a
and it was like
memory for her.
It was like 3 feet long and bloated and disgusting. And she saw it and just lost her mind. And we hear it all the time now. So she's like terrified of tubing and catfish. So
thanks, Grandpa.
Yeah, that's what grandpas are for. Ruining everything for everybody. But yeah. I don't like to do stuff like that. I've never been that kind of dad where I'm like, I'm gonna scare him.
Oh, no problem, Beanie Bat. Have a good night.
Oh, see you, Beanie Bat. Oh, Mary. Hey, Mary. Thanks for taking a break to say hello. Hello. All right. Why is Steve texting me now? See, now I'm getting texts from Steve.
If you need me to run interference, I can.
Steve just sent me a picture of women noodling catfish. There you go. See?
5 gold stars if you know what noodling is.
Yeah.
That sounded really inappropriate.
Noodling catfish means catching catfish with your bare hands. So there you go.
Yeah, it sounds way more inappropriate than it actually is.
Yes. Let me see. What else is going on? October does start on Saturday. That I am very excited for. I have to write my list of October Halloween spooky scribbles. Amanda usually helps me with it, but I think I still have the original list from last year. Now Steve is sending me gifs of people noodling. Yeah, I have a list somewhere, but it's always sort of the same thing because there's only so many things you can do with Halloween. But I'm going to. You guys gotta stop slacking because it's making noise on my computer.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's only candy corn, all that stuff. So, but I'm gonna try to think of like more clever things to do with it. Like I think one of my favorite ones was the Frankenstein, like little Frankenstein playing with a giant battery.
Oh, that's fun.
And then what else? The one with the one-eyed monster carving the one-eyed pumpkin. So yeah, I got a lot of thinking to do to come up with clever things.
Hannah says that she has a Cory catfish that's 11 years old.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing! I didn't know they lived that long. I had several Cory catfish when I was younger. I had a lot of aquarium fish. I love Cory cats though. They keep your tank nice and clean.
Are they like side suckers? Like
No, they're like bottom feeders.
Okay.
So like they clean all the.
They're cleaners.
Yeah. So Steve says, "Hey Chris, tell the kids about mine and Jenny's Halloween costume at your last party. Was it the one where you came as yourselves, but you had like the plastic costume with a mask of your face? I can't remember if that was the one. Or was it when you came as the cover of Rolling Stone?
The one where you were in the nude-colored morph suit is still burned into my mind.
That one was pretty good. Oh yeah, I've had a Placostomus before. My favorite one was a I'm not going to be able to think of the name because I'm on camera. Never mind, I'll think of it eventually. Yeah, Steve was the cover of John Lennon. Steve and his wife were the cover of Rolling Stone
Annie
with.
Leibovitz photo?
Yeah, it was with Yoko Ono and John Lennon, and Steve was nude. No, it's not an arowana. I did have an arowana before. No, it's a oh gosh darn it. I'm not gonna be able to think of it. It's sort of a prehistoric looking fish, and they're pretty long, and they kind of hang on the bottom, and they have really big scales. Hold on.
All we see is arm.
Sorry, this is my arm.
That's a good point, Kesho. I don't know how many people know that photo.
It's gonna make me crazy. Polypterus. That's what it was. Polypterus. It was my favorite fish ever. No, it was not a sturgeon. My uncle caught a sturgeon. It was about an 8-foot sturgeon when I was a kid in the St. Clair River, and was it the Huron River? St. Clair River. And that thing was gigantic. It was so big, and they estimated that it was like over 100 years old.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was huge.
Old man sturgeon.
It was a female, actually.
Old
lady sturgeon. Yeah, it was huge. So it had been hit by a boat.
Aww.
And it was kind of injured, and it had like a spinal injury, and it was so it didn't put up much of a fight. Yeah, and so he landed it, and that was that. So it was dying anyway when he caught it. But yeah, that thing was gigantic. And those actually where I kind of spent most of my summers, those fish are really there's a high concentration of them in that area. And we would see them. They're huge. They get gigantic, and they jump out of the water. Like they jump completely out of the water. So if you're like riding in your boat early in the morning, you'll see them like jumping out of the water.
8-foot sturgeon.
Yeah.
Cresting.
Yeah. Wait, hold on a second. I missed something about a famous photo. Oh, okay.
Oh, we were talking about the John Lennon photo.
Oh, I'm so old. I'm old. Well, I'm as old as Steve. So there we go.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Yeah, sturgeon are really cool fish. They're definitely a like a ancient looking fish. The smaller they are, though, like the more pronounced their spines and stuff are, and as they get bigger, they kind of soften. But when they're smaller, they're really crazy looking. They just look like they were like drawn by Geiger, and like, you know, they look like they're made of bone. All right, so I don't know if you can see it very well. I'll put some shade on it.
He's so wide.
What I was planning on doing was doing the color first, and then going back in with the Copic marker, but I think I lied. I think I'm gonna do the line work first. Now I'm not awesome at inking. There are people that are amazing at it. Like Stan Manukian is
very good.
So good. But I need to get better at it. So I'm gonna do it live on camera.
Doing it live.
We're doing it live. So let's see if I can't mess this up right in front of all of you.
I thought you said, let's see if I can mess this up.
Yeah. I'm sure I can. My biggest thing is I don't know the like guys like what's his name? Aaron Horkey. I don't.
Oh, yeah.
They're wizards with shading, and I don't know. I've never been able to control my pen.
I mean, he's in another class.
Yeah, and Jeremy, forget what his last name is. He does the Cursed Pirate Girl. Just crazy shading with pen. So I'm not anywhere near that, and I don't profess to be an expert with it. So you guys always see me do things in pencil. So this is gonna be something a little bit new. It's gonna look a little bit different than what we're used to with my pencil stuff.
You got this.
Oh, thanks, girl.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, we're gonna get into this together. I'm sweating so much. All right, are we ready? Are we ready? No, it's just you.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Worse. Okay, so I'm gonna try and make them a little more craggy than usual, just to kind of give it a little more interest. All right. So being so brave, I'm really taking one for the team here.
Oh.
I'm so afraid to start this.
Don't be.
Well, part of it's because I can't see very well.
Well, you have a good excuse if it doesn't look.
Okay, there, I'm done.
That's great. You did a
Done.
good job. All right, guys.
Done.
See you next week.
See you next week, guys. It's been awesome. Somebody commented the other day, how do you draw such good circles?
You want to share how you draw such good circles?
Stencils and lots of practice.
I use a circle template.
Yeah. I would say 35 years of practice is pretty good. That helps. We're done with starting, yes.
I'm making all the noise over here. Sorry, I'm like that guy behind you in the movie theater. With the crinkly wrap.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you done over there yet?
Yeah. I'm having one of those caramel apple lollipops. You guys know those?
You're going to hear it.
Well,
you guys are going to hear it.
No, look, I have a little plate for it because I'm using my hands.
Oh, do you want a fork and a knife for it too?
No, but see, so in between eating it, I can just put it down.
Oh, you're civilized.
It's just gonna leave a disgusting goopy
So
mess on the plate.
civilized. Monkfish? I think it's talking about monkfish. I don't know what they're talking about. The chat's drunk again.
Again, these are good, but they're like the wrong shape.
Yeah, they're the wrong shape and size.
They're flat and way too wide for your mouth and sharp on the edges. Like an otter pop.
I was gonna say, are you eating a hubcap?
Hannah has a question. What's
Yes.
everyone's hobbies?
Mine's fishing.
Y'all have a hobby?
Would you say that's my hobby?
Mm-hmm.
You have a very specific hobby.
I play video games. Is that
Well, that's one of them. You're a collector.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Amanda has a very specific collection
But that's like a dedication.
that
That's
she
not a
doesn't tell anybody about.
No, hobbies are like things that you do at the end of the day to unwind. That's a hobby. Or like you just do all the time? That's something that I'm constantly.
Something that you do all the time is you seek knowledge.
I Google.
She Googles a lot. Steve does play ukulele and has children and has jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve has children with cool names. So I already kind of screwed this up.
You're fine. It looks good.
Okay. I won't tell anybody what I did.
I replay video games that I've already beaten like 5 times. I'm doing it right now. Well, not currently, right this very moment, but I will after the stream.
Well, I'm gonna tell everybody something very mysterious, and someday Amanda will tell everybody what it is, but I'm not gonna say. So she collects artwork from a very specific, very dead photographer.
He is very dead.
And she has a very extensive collection of his stuff. And she doesn't tell anybody who it is because she doesn't want anybody else to go looking for it. So, but once you get the whole collection
We're all
filled...
friends here.
Oh, no, but this is going to go up on YouTube, so I'm not going to tell anybody. So
I have almost everything I want now.
It's a very, very specific and awesome, and if everybody saw it, you'd start looking for it. So that's why...
I have almost everything except my Holy Grail, though, so I don't mind talking about it.
Well, it's up to you. I mean, or you can save it for your Twitch channel.
Do that, too.
It's content. Save that content. Keep it a mystery for now. No one will guess it. Except for Ethan. He already knows who it is. Because he's seen it.
Okay, how about I don't say the name of the photographer?
It's up to you. No pressure, okay? This is going to the world.
I know.
The whole world's looking right now. All 26 people of the world are looking at this. Guys, we were almost up to 60.
Woo!
Last week or earlier this week. What's going on? Gardening is always good. No, it's not Ansel Adams.
Gardening is good. We can only garden like half or less of the year here. There's no winter gardening because everything dies.
No.
You fish, you like to cook?
I do. I like to cook. I like eating. Eating's not really a hobby. It shouldn't be anyway. Oh, are you going to show something or are you not going to tell me? Oh, she's keeping it.
No, I'm keeping the content.
She's keeping the content.
It's not the secret. You're right. It's content.
So you guys will have to wait and it'll make you become subscribers of Amanda's Twitch channel as well.
Not coming yet. I will reveal what it's going to be, but I can't yet because it's patron-only knowledge, and for them it's coming tomorrow.
Oh,
so
really?
After that time, I'll reveal it to the rest of the world. But
oh, your Twitch channel?
Yeah, but they're my paying patrons, so they get it first.
Yeah.
It's only fair.
So if you have a itching, burning need to know, and you're not a patron,
hurry up.
Now is the time to become a patron of Amanda. Am I missing anything in the chat?
Oh, Joel Peter Whitkin. Okay.
No way.
No, my little story about Joel Peter Whitkin is that I don't even know where it was, if it was online, if it was in person, I can't remember. It was online, I think, in the early days of Facebook and stuff. And I had a page for my art, and you all know what my art looks like. And this guy got on, he was just like, said, I really like your art. It really reminds me of the work of Joel Peter Whitkin.
Oh, no.
And I was thinking, like,
don't Google him if you don't know who it is.
First of all, I thought, wow. And then I thought, how? And then I thought, maybe he's like the only other artist that guy knows? Because my work is nothing like Joel Peter Whitkin.
Well, my story about Joel Peter Whitkin is, you were with me, actually. We were in an antique store in Albuquerque, and this guy comes up and says, here's the photo that Joel Peter Whitkin took that I'm in.
Whoa.
He was the owner of that antique store.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because Joel Peter Whitkin lives in that area.
Right.
So he comes up and shows the photo, and we're like, oh, hi. So if you know anything about the photos, they're very dark and they're very strange, and there's very nudity, and there's very
And corpses?
odd things happening. So
Corpses, body
yeah,
parts.
so there you go. There you go, Valency knows. You probably know the person we're talking about. So there you go. Anyway, yeah. Art.
Blow mold decorations, says Hannah.
Oh, that's awesome.
They're great.
I love blow mold decorations.
I love the pastel Easter bunnies with the lights inside.
There's a restaurant near here that all they make is grilled cheese sandwiches, and they decorate the inside of their place with blow molded holiday decorations. And I always think they look awesome all year round.
Mm-hmm. Steve, it's because like presidential assassins always seem to have 3 names. John Wilkes.
Oh, it's true, they do, don't they?
Lee Harvey Oswald. I said Lee Harvey Oswald. I don't know if anybody got that.
I heard you.
Sorry.
I have too much stuff on my desk right now.
Want me to move some stuff?
I'm moving stuff. No, it's okay.
He does look amazing so far. I like that inking style. It's kind of comic book like.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm not a pro at this. I've done my share of inking, but I'm not by any stretch of the imagination like the best. So I used to I had a professor in college. He was like sort of a visiting professor who was a very famous, very accomplished pen and ink illustrator named Alan E. Kober. And he was amazing. He was so good. And the things that he did and the things I learned from him, I sort of like copied his techniques for a long time. And then when I left college, I started doing acrylic paintings. So but he passed away a bunch of years back, but I learned a lot of stuff from him. So today, if anybody follows me on Twitter, you saw that I had to say something about Hugh Hefner passing away, because in the early 2000s, when I was a freelance illustrator, I was a regular contributor to Playboy magazine as an illustrator. And funny story I was telling Amanda this morning. It wasn't until I was about 24 that I saw the inside of a Playboy magazine, and it was only because I did illustrations for that issue. So I did stuff for about 2 years, and I loved getting the checks in the mail because they were like they were gold foiled and real classy looking. They had a gold foil Playboy logo on them. And I would go and cash them, and they would always look at me funny. And then I remember taking my grandfather out to breakfast once and saying, like, Hugh Hefner's paying for this one. So Hugh Hefner helped pay my bills for a little while there. So I have to, give my respects for that. Let's see. Oh yeah, he totally makes funny noises when he walks, this guy. Just like wet.
Squish, squish. He's
Yeah.
got those big flat feet.
Yeah. So squish. So yeah, there's a little bit of a old illustration trivia about me. I used to work for Playboy. They were all digital illustrations too. You wouldn't really recognize them as my style or anything that I've done. I'll probably go back in and put a few more details in once I put the color down. Sorry, I'm concentrating, everybody.
Yeah, sorry. I'm ticking away on the keyboard.
Oh, you just talked to everybody. Go ahead. What was that noise?
That was me talking to everybody.
Oh.
Like a chicken.
Oh.
Apparently. Like the chicken you did last time.
Oh, yeah.
Boktober.
Boktober. So, what things do you guys absolutely want to see me draw in October? Like, they're going to be Halloween things, but is there something that I haven't done? Or just something that I can do again, but something like I can't miss? Because I will take this stuff into account. Oh, see you later, Steve. I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow.
One vote for ghosts.
Ghosts, of course.
One vote for creatures in costumes.
Of course. Doing it.
One vote for bats, 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 bats.
So no bats is what you're saying. I shouldn't do a single bat. Okay, no problem.
Clowns and a werewolf.
Okay.
Cat bat.
Cat bat. Okay. Getting
Zombies.
crazy. Okay. I've done all of these so far. I don't know if I've done a cat bat. I've done a cat vampire
People dress up their
bat.
Pets.
What's that?
People dress up their pets.
Oh, that's true. I haven't done any of
Their
that.
pet dressed up.
What else we got?
A werewolf clown.
Oh my gosh. Maybe I could do that.
Vampire.
Vampire.
And kaiju in a costume.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do kaiju, Halloween kaiju. I mean, they're already monsters,
What
but
if he's just holding a trick-or-treat bag?
oh, there you go. Yeah, they're just all triggered. Yeah. Ooh, Amanda, you have a
bucket. Make
what?
him holding a pumpkin bucket.
Oh, there you go. I could just do all of them that way.
Big fan of the classic pumpkin bucket.
Yeah, me too. Everybody's favorite, the pumpkin bucket. Kaiju dressed up like a human.
That'd be
Oh, man.
terrifying.
Also, like, I don't draw people. Have you guys ever noticed that?
You can.
I think
just don't.
I can. I just don't because it's boring. All right, this might be enough inking. Okay. Now I'm going to erase a little bit. Get rid of that pencil line, except for in the eye, because I want to be able to see it.
I have a black and white pumpkin bucket. It's the best. We gotta get it out.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have to dig out all the old Halloween stuff. Gotta get the lights out. Oh, we bought some remote control battery powered candles. And it took what, 21 batteries?
Yeah, there's a lot of batteries.
But they're awesome. So like our living room looks all moody like Haunted Mansion now. Oh, I never did post pictures of the living room. I have to do that. I told everybody I would show them what the living room looked like. I'll do it on the Critter Crew page. If you don't like taxidermy, I'm sorry. We have lots of it.
We didn't kill any of it.
We didn't kill any of it. We adopted it all from people who didn't want it. So, okay. Vampire Kaiju. That's pretty good. Creature in a Nurse Ratcheted costume. I don't know if I know who that is.
I'm bad at pop culture.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Let's get into this. Color. Wonderful world of color. Alright. I'm going to start with this gray here. Kevin is starving. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Kevin is starving. Kevin is our little guy right here.
Oh, that's right. His name's Kevin.
Kevin hasn't been fed today. It's fine. Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about, Valency. I'm sorry. My brain. Okay. All right. So, what I'm going to do is the top of this guy is going to be gray, and then the bottom of it is going to be kind of white and yellow. A goth kaiju. Just listening to The Cure.
Right. Wearing a Susie and the Banshees t-shirt.
Right. So I'm just going to kind of, because this is like the lightest gray that I have, I'm going to kind of put it where I want him to be gray, and also where I want some of the shadows. But I'll go back in with this. So this is just sort of a starting point for me. So fish are typically dark on the top and light on the bottom, and the reason for that is so predators cannot see them from the top. And predators cannot see them from the bottom, because if you look up from the bottom, things are light. And if you look down from the top, things are dark. Sisters of Mercy. Amanda's been talking a lot about making making goth shirts, goth t-shirts.
Yeah. First of all, I actually did listen to Lucretia, My Reflection, earlier today. Yeah, but I want them to be stupid.
Right.
Like, I want one that's like the the iconic cover of Joy Division's Unknown Pleasures album with all the squiggly lines on it, and I just wanted to say squiggly lines instead of anything. Or spaghetti.
Spaghetti'd be good. Oh, what if it was like what's that Moon Patrol? If it just said Moon Patrol on?
So random.
Atari game, sorry. Atari references.
I saw a really awesome shirt, and I couldn't. Somebody else did it, so I feel really bad copying it. But what was it? I think it was.
Didn't say Depeche Mode.
I think it was the Joy Division cover, and on the top it said Depeche Mode, and then it said Boys Don't Cry.
So good.
Oh, but then there was the Pet Shop Boys, or the Boys Don't Cry, but spelled Beuy's as in Joseph Boys, the performance artist.
See, that's
obtuse.
That's a deep cut right there, and it's awesome. Oh, somebody saved Kevin. Thank you, Sally Monster. I'm sorry I didn't look up
He's
in
happy
time to see that. So, fat and sassy. Let's see. Predator Kaiju. Oh, man. Which I gotta, right next to the Xenomorph, I gotta say, Predator, probably best movie monster.
Mm-hmm.
This is an amazing design.
Kevin's already pretty fat and sassy.
He is, but even more so now.
You know what my favorite thing about him is? His little tiny ears.
Oh yeah, and they're like red and irritated. Because he's so excitable. I'm already pretty happy with this. This is like the most accomplished ink drawing I've ever done. I just had to wait till I was an adult to try to pull it off.
Oh, is there a huge movie prop auction going on right now?
Is it from the prop house? I missed, there was some stuff with the big Rick Baker one. I wanted some of that stuff, but I cannot afford it. Yeah, there was some really great stuff from Men in Black that went up in that. The one thing I really wanted was the Kaiju lice from Pacific Rim that went up in an auction, and it was so awesome. Man. Yeah, I mean, it's so. We've seen those up close. Mm-hmm. They're crazy looking. Yeah, the alien from Alien, the xenomorph is, I think the most iconic. I mean, if you're talking about like Universal monsters, like the Metaluna mutant and Frankenstein and the Mummy, all those are super iconic. But like I'm thinking like modern movie monsters, Predator and Xenomorph for sure.
I learned something today.
Yes.
I didn't know that in Alien Covenant, the xenomorph was practical effects.
Oh yeah, it's crazy,
it was,
right?
Javier Batet, right?
Yeah, yeah. He was
amazing.
He was in It also.
Mhm.
Yeah. He's in every horror movie. Yeah, he's an amazing actor. Oh, I'm gonna have to here. I'm gonna click on that and then just I'll look at it in a minute.
Did it not work, Hannah? Let me try it.
Oh no! It looks like there's a Y-wing prop. Oh no! Okay, I can't look at this right now. I'll look at it later. A goblin kaiju hybrid, huh? No, we haven't started watching the new American Horror Story yet. We should start watching that. We were watching what was the last one called? I forget what it was called. The one
in the house. I don't know what it was
yeah.
called.
I forget what it was called.
Yeah,
and it like turned into a reality show. I just stopped caring. I thought it was interesting up until a certain point, and then I just stopped caring about it.
When it did that, it was a great twist.
Yeah.
I loved that, but then I stopped caring for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened.
Hi, Yeti Monster.
Yeti Monster is back. Yeah, Hotel. No, it wasn't Hotel. We watched Hotel. I liked Hotel.
I was okay with Hotel.
I don't think that Lady Gaga deserved would she win an Emmy for that? No way. Sorry. Listen, I'm fine with Lady Gaga, but her acting in that was abysmal. It was so bad. No, the guy who played Liz Taylor should have won an
awesome.
Emmy. He was amazing.
He was such a good character too.
Yeah. The one, what was it, Asylum? Amanda and I watched the first episode of that, and we were so like, we didn't say anything for about a minute and a half when it was over. We're just like, so wait, let's recap. Alien abduction.
It's the 60s.
Alien abduction, possession, demon possession, serial killers, mutants. It was just like the list just went on and on and on.
All in the first episode. That's promising.
Have you ever checked out Japanese monsters list in Wikipedia? Are you talking about yokai? Oh yeah, you said the haunted umbrella. Yeah, those are all yokai. So, if you guys don't know what yokai are, you should look them up. So, basically, there's yokai for everything. Like if socks go missing, there's a yokai for it. But like the most famous ones are the haunted umbrella. There's like the face wheel. Mm-hmm. There's the Kappa is like a really famous yokai. But yeah, like monster culture in Japan is great because it's like mainstream culture. It's been around forever. So yeah, I totally know all about them. There's many of them.
That folklore that on an object's 100th birthday, it will come alive.
Right.
That's why the umbrella's alive.
Right. It's so great. Oh, if you want to see a really, really great but kind of gnarly and disturbing rendition of a lot of those yokai, there's a movie. It's a CG film called Gantz, Gantz, Zero, right? Mm-hmm. On Netflix right now, and the yokai in there are awesome. Like that Tengu.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so good.
It's a little gross this morning.
So good, yeah. Oh, thanks, Shuby. Thanks for the cupcakes. Yeah, it's real gross. There's lots of blood, but Yeah, Derek's seen it. It's so good.
I'm so glad they brought back Usagi Yojimbo.
Oh, is he back?
Hannah said, oh, that was Kesho. That the new Ninja Turtles just did a Yojimbo mini-series with a bunch of yokai.
Oh, that's rad. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I always loved him as a character.
Oh, Mary, I was playing the Yokai Watch game for a while. It's really cute.
Oh, yeah, and the great thing about it is, like, whenever Amanda had to catch fish, she would always give it to me, and I would catch fish for her. But the great thing about it is when you ride around on your bicycle, it's totally like the little towns out in the countryside of Japan. Like, it's so true to life. Like, there's even, like, a little family mart and everything. Isn't...
The Yokai Watch cartoon was actually pretty funny. It has some good comedic timing.
Yeah, it was mildly irritating, though.
Well...
The ghost guy. Whisper?
Whisper.
So, the voice acting for that is pretty irritating. Okay, let's see. Alright, I'm going to start making this gray on the top a little darker. Let's see. Yeah, coloring the kaiju does definitely make it, give it a different perspective. Oh, thanks, Derek. Yeah, I like doing neutral tones also. This guy's gonna have kind of both. He's gonna have some color, but that's only to kind of show the sort of like the sort of pearlescence on the skin of some catfish. What's sort of, like interference? That's the word I was looking for. They don't all have it. Only some of them do.
Oh,
Oh, somebody's feeding Kevin. Thank you so much. Let's see, what is the article? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, catfish are... so I have a story about catfish. When I was a kid, we went to this place up in Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and there was this sort of shallow marshy part that had really like a bunch of little like reeds in the water, and there was what I thought were tadpoles swimming around, and I reached down to grab one, and I picked up my hand, and it was stuck to my hand, and the reason was because they weren't tadpoles, they were baby bullhead, which are catfish. And catfish have spines inside their dorsal fin and their pectoral fins, and they're super sharp. And what I did was I just stabbed it into my hand.
Ouch.
And like I had like nerve damage in my finger from it. But yeah, that was my first catfish. Oh yeah, Sarah's collections are bonkers. Like she's a pro at coordinating stuff.
I would trust her.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you ever want collecting advice. Or displaying advice. Yeah, she was the first one I ever saw do like that crazy chromatic rainbow.
She had enough to do that with.
Yeah, that was many, many years of collecting.
We could do a rainbow of neutrals.
We could. Well...
With all of our stuff. Well, your toys are collected.
Yeah, I have a rainbow of all my minis.
Everything I collect other than toys, though, is all brown.
That's true. Although, I did just buy Amanda some of the... Oh, thank you so much, Hannah. I did just buy Amanda some of the new Vinyl Artist Gotcha minis, and they're like pink and...
Girly?
And girly colors. Her collecting colors. The neutral rainbow. I think it's just called a grayscale.
Well, there's browns and
Those are browns. Those are just plain browns. What kind of brown you want?
Burnt sienna, raw sienna, burnt umber, raw umber, sepia, Van Dyke brown. All the browns.
That sounds like our color, like all of our paints downstairs.
Yeah.
Are you just naming paint colors?
Yeah, basically. There is nothing wrong with Pokemon.
No, nothing at all. I love Pokemon. I would always, there was this somebody made like a chromatic rainbow of Pokemon, this huge image, and it just shows all of them like from white all the way to black and all the colors in between. And I loved looking at it because there's so many different types of creatures. And some are weird as hell. Some are so strange. Those are always the ones that my daughter likes the most.
What, the cute ones?
The cute ones and the weird ones. No, Ben likes the weird ones.
Say, Chloe likes
my son likes the
cute
weird ones. Hold on.
I can reach for you.
Yeah, that would be great.
Catcher says, so does Chris Ryniak like the unscientific polls on the Facebook page, or is it too much peer pressure?
Oh, I don't bend to peer pressure. I just do things because I'm nice. I don't care. If you guys have an idea for something and something you want to see, and I decide I want to do it, I'll do it. Like, so I don't care. It's fun. I think it's fun. That Critter Crew page is for you guys. You do what you want. Make a mess of it. I would just say clean up afterwards.
Hannah says, okay guys, I need to sleep before work. If you
Oh.
have any super secret Facebook password game, please laugh as I try to guess the code.
Good night, Hannah. Thank you so much.
See you next time. Yeah, see, I'm always like so many games behind. So there's like now an Ultra Sun and an Ultra Moon. I haven't played Sun or Moon.
Ultra Sun Moon.
I'll get there eventually.
Ultra Red Dwarf.
I just finished Fire Emblem, the 3 Fire Emblems ago, recently. So I need another game.
Oh yeah, and I just finished. Well, I'm not finished. I'm finished with the main story of Red Dead Redemption.
Horizon Zero.
Horizon Zero Dawn. So I'm well, and I have GTA 5, but I don't know. I'm not like crazy itching to get into that. I kind of want to do something new. So I am on the lookout for a new game. Yeah, Amanda plays. You play on the 3DS and on your old consoles, but we have PS4, and I'm trying to peer pressure her into playing it more.
It's mostly 3DS because I like being able to okay, there's 2 things I like about it. One is that it's just kind of private and personal, and you can take it wherever you want. The other is that you can just snap it shut at a moment's notice.
Yeah, and it saves.
You don't have to turn it off. You don't have to close up your game. You can just shut it, go do whatever you need to do, and come back and open it, and you're right there. I really, really like that. So I do a lot of 3DS playing.
Speaking of liking things, what do you guys think of this so far? I'm not fishing for compliments. I am genuinely looking for feedback. This is new to me, kinda. So, if you guys like seeing me do this, I can continue doing this type of work, like inking it and stuff. So, love it. Awesome. Thank you so much. What do you guys think about like the ink work? Over pencil. Like, does it make a difference? Do you not care? Do you just like seeing both? No wrong answer. All right, I'm gonna start throwing some color in this guy. I'm kind of looking at what I did on the other one because I liked how it turned out. Okay. Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you like them both, I can switch on and off. You like that looks realistic. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think uh, I like doing both of them. I guess. Um, it's sort of like watercolor. It reacts very much like watercolor, so it doesn't feel completely foreign to me. I'm gonna put some blue on here to give him that that interference sort of look. Oh, thank you so much, Derek. That was awesome of you. I appreciate you guys being cool with me, like experimenting on the stream. Like I said on the last stream, I'm just gonna kind of use this to play around, and if I'm ever doing anything, this is like, Chris, like, what are you doing? Like, tell me to rein it in, and I will. Because this is not for my entertainment; it's for your entertainment. So, oh, thank you so much, Kirby. Feeding Kevin. Okay, both is good. Still want to see pencil drawings. Okay, you'll get those for sure. Hey, it's Jake. What's up, Jake? Welcome. That's for Jake. Never too late.
I wish you got a sound when people came in.
I did too. Like the old like the
like
the door opening and closing.
That gives me so much anxiety. I hate that sound.
I want to see some pink in him. Well, I'm gonna give him a little bit of pink. I was thinking about giving some pink on his mouth. I can't decide what color to make his eyes. I have an idea, but this is like, I did this on the other one and it was like magic. This color does really crazy things over top of the gray. You got to give it a second because it's alcohol based, so it takes a second for it to like soak in. But I don't know, it just felt like it made this really cool like pop of contrasting color. I'm gonna give him some spots in that color too. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked on how this guy's turning out. Orange eyes. Maybe? Maybe. I can start him off orange and see how that turns out. I'll start with a lighter color first, and then I'll kind of work my way up to that. If this is a disaster, it's your fault. So typically the eyes of a fish usually are the color that their skin is, so they'll be like, not always though, so they'll be like yellow on the bottom and dark on the top. So, but let's see what I can do here. That orange gonna be too orange? Nah, let's go for it. The people have spoken. I can always put some shading over top of it. That's pretty good. I'm gonna put a little bit of shading in there. That's not bad. Okay, I'm gonna keep like adding some shading and some spots and stuff on him. But he's getting pretty close to being done. Yeah, there was a lot of people, Jake. There was like...
You had like what, 56?
I think we had 58, I want to say. If I'm bolstering that number, somebody please correct me. But I think that's how many we had. I don't know what happened. I'm okay with it, but I don't know what happened. People are finally just starting to get it. Everybody wants to be part of the Critter Crew.
That's right.
Hashtag Critter Crew. I thought I had a darker... I do have a darker one.
Crisis solved.
Crisis averted. Okay, I'm going to put some like darker brown spots on him. Because it's the darkest color that I have. I need some darker spots, so. Oh, that's good. At least we're above 30. I love that everybody's like paying attention to that. Well, we're averaging above 30 this time. Yeah, this guy's like so spotty and colorful. The other one, I'll show you the rough that I did. He had pink on his mouth, but I was afraid it looked like lipstick too much, which is a little weird on a fish.
It is a little weird on fish.
Yeah. Ah, sea creature is now following.
Well, hi, sea creature.
Hello, sea creature. It was only a matter of time.
Jake says, did we already discuss the new Red Dead trailer?
Oh, we did not discuss it, but I did watch it today. Thoughts? Anyone?
It looks awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like playing a movie. I'm still a little emotional over the first one.
Did he say something like about Dutch?
Yeah, I heard Dutch's name in there.
Is that jerkbag?
I don't know. I guess we'll just have to play it and find out.
New game, same old jerkbag.
Yeah, same old Dutch. I thought Dutch died.
I thought so too. Maybe it's his progeny.
Surreal Kit says, I've been drawing logo cards for my nephew. I may have to try drawing some Kaiju cards. Oh, that's awesome. I say any reason to draw a Kaiju is a good reason. Have we ever played any of the Telltale games?
No.
Oh, it's a prequel about Dutch's gang.
Oh. Okay.
Somebody did some research. That's why Dutch is in there. Dutch!
Yeah, I'm a big dumb dummy head.
What'd you do?
I just made a mistake again. I've made the same mistake like 3 times in different ways.
Oh no, are we distracting you?
No, I'm just not good.
You guys, you're distracting
I'm
Amanda.
not good at things, okay?
Okay, I want to show you guys the rough. So this is a different design. So the guy that I ended up drawing, he's sort of a cross between the two of these. But he has some like pink on his mouth, and I can't decide if I should do that on this one. What do you think, Amanda?
Sorry, what?
So he has some like pink on his mouth, and I'm afraid that...
I like him without.
Without
honestly.
it? Okay.
I mean, if you were gonna do anything, if you wanted some shading there, maybe a little that orange stripe color, that like kind of copper that comes off of his eye.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
I'm just worried about the pink.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about the pink too. Yeah. Pink on the belly. The pink that I have is not great. I'm having a dilemma. I'm gonna make the tips of these green.
Derek says, no, not the belly.
Derek's having a crisis. No!
Leave it alone.
You okay over there?
Yeah, I'm just doing everything wrong. Don't mind me.
You're not doing everything
over
wrong.
Here doing everything wrong.
You gotta really pay attention to the colors that you're grabbing. I'm afraid I'm just gonna grab the wrong color one of these times and just be like, chartreuse, no! I don't have chartreuse, so it's okay. No pink belly. People don't want the pink belly. I'll get a little bit of pink in the eye. Make it a little bit darker. You okay over there?
Yeah. I'm just gonna try this again.
So Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a darker gray. So I can't really do what I really want.
Here.
Hey, what's up, True North Games? Welcome back. This one's wrapping up, kinda, so... Sorry. It's Amanda's fault. I'm going to do something a little different on this. I have a fancy gel pen. Thank you, Kesho. I'm going to erase whatever pencil left in the eye. I have a fancy gel pen, and what this does is it marks white on top of dark. So if I did something, if I wanted to do a highlight, see how I kind of made that a little nicer? If I wanted to do a highlight, and I'll show you the places I'm going to do it, like along his back. Like I want to have, because I want him to look like he's wet. Shiny. He's waxed. Oh man, that character in Moana, what was his name? That guy. Tamatoa. The giant crab. Such a good character. And a weird song by Jermaine Clement.
That sounds like David Bowie.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely could use a dark colored pencil. Yeah, we were big fans of Moana. I wish they would have shown more of the monsters where Tamatoa was in the realm of monsters. Show more monsters. They showed a couple. But you know me. I have a thing for monsters. I might have overdone it a little bit on the highlights. You should see Moana.
It's really good.
It's really great. The only thing we didn't like was the character at the end, the island lady.
Yeah, I didn't like her design.
I didn't like it either. Felt like it was lazy. Let's see. Yeah, it was nice to have no love interest. Oh yeah, the new Wes Anderson movie looks pretty funny. I love that it's just like, okay, here's the pitch. It's a trash island full of dogs.
With the dog flu.
With the dog flu. Go, make it.
In Japan.
In Japan, yeah. Talking dogs. What did you say just when you thought Wes Anderson couldn't Wes Anderson himself?
He totally does.
He totally goes and does it again. He definitely has a visual vernacular that no one else has.
I totally thought Grand Budapest was going to be the most Wes Anderson film ever. I was wrong.
Well, I mean,
it's pretty up there.
I think Fantastic Mr. Fox is pretty up there too because it's all made from scratch. But
yeah, but then Moonrise Kingdom.
Well, I think Grand Budapest was pretty amazing now. That one's like the most ridiculous one. I love Willem Dafoe's character in that one. It's so awesome. When they go skiing.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
That's so good. I'm just going back and like fixing stuff I broke earlier here.
I've been doing that this whole time.
Oh. Stop messing stuff up,
I want
guys.
to stop messing stuff up.
Guys, you're making Amanda mess up.
No, trust me. Only I can make myself mess up this bad.
No, let's blame the Critter Crew. Guys, can you just take the blame? Yeah, Royal Tenenbaums is pretty good.
That's also real Wes Anderson-y. Like, he just keeps out Wes Anderson.
Life of Quiet. They're all Wes Anderson-y.
I mean, I know, but some of them are like peak.
Yeah, peak Wes Anderson. Kesho says it's their fault. Thank you, Kesho. I appreciate it.
Sally Munster says, I never watched Fantastic Mr. Fox because it was one of my favorite books as a kid, and I didn't want to spoil the images I had in my head.
Yeah, that, you know, I think that's, you know, that's understandable. Like, if it was, like, your favorite thing.
But maybe, like, if you can think about it as a completely different thing.
Okay, so one of my favorite books when I was a kid was Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And then they went and made it into a movie, and I saw the character design for the movie, and I'm like, this is going to be a steaming pile of hot garbage. And then I went and saw it, and it's really funny. And I loved it, and I've seen it multiple times, and I, like, totally overlooked the character design on that one. So, like, I can look past how much I hate the character design because the writing is so funny, and it's completely different than the book. But yeah, I think that one is pretty funny. So if you haven't seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, it's really funny.
Oh, Derek, it's nothing exciting at all. I keep sewing an ear inside out, and I'm like, I keep sewing it with the wrong color facing forward, and then I keep accidentally putting it on the wrong body because I've got all these greens that are really, really similar. That's all it is.
Yeah, I agree with you. The first one was great. The second one was strange. Totally. Oh, the best part is that what's his name? Oh gosh, Doogie Howser. What's his name?
Oh, I'm terrible.
Neil Patrick Harris plays the voice of the monkey, and all he says is like one word at a time. So, an ear is super exciting. What does that mean, Derek?
I said I was.
Oh, that ear. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I think I'm pretty close to done with this guy. As done as he's gonna be anyway. I like some things about this. I don't like other things about it. For you know, just jumping in and trying something completely new, I'm not terribly unhappy with it. So
I like it.
I appreciate you guys coming. Yeah, Steve. That's what he kept saying. Gummy bears. I don't like. I think I kind of overdid it with the little brown spots on his back. But I don't know. I don't like this yellow, but it's the only color I had like that. I would have gone a little lighter. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy with it. You know, when you do anything in marker like this, it's all you know, it's permanent. So you just kind of gotta hope you did it right. So thank you so much, Ethan and Derek and everybody who hung out tonight. Thank you so much, Kirby. I appreciate it. So I think next week I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I have a couple of watercolors I have to finish, but I might just go right back into drawing again for a couple of streams. So, but I'm not sure. We'll talk about it on the Facebook group. For everybody who's new here, and if you haven't, thank you, Jaden Merrill 17. If you're new here, welcome. If you didn't say anything in the chat, it's totally cool. Don't be afraid to chat. Everybody's super friendly. But thank you, Critter Crew. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. My folks are coming to visit, and I'm going to take my dad fishing with my new fishing rod and see if I can embarrass myself doing that. So, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks, everybody, for the awesome time, as always. And see you in October. Yeah, and if you guys want to start a list on the Facebook group about potential Halloween ideas, I may or may not take some of your ideas. So just have fun, spitball, and we'll figure it out. So, again, have a good night, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys. Bye.